It was Sunday, a day of chores, and I was in the backyard raking dog poo. And as I was raking dog poo, I saw this one singular poo. I got down, I stared at it, and instantly I was reminded of Joe Rogan's special, Burn the Boats. And that was the moment comedy died. You see, Joe Rogan's special was more than just a bad special. It was a catalyst to exposing not only Joe, but the whole comedy scene for how bad their comedy actually was. People began to rewatch specials, look at their stand-up, attend shows, and at the end of the day, people saw none of these guys were funny. And many of you might think, yeah, they're not funny, but that doesn't mean comedy is dead. You're right, that was only the moment comedy died. There are reasons behind it. And since you insist, I will show you why comedy is dead. One of the reasons comedy is dead is it's no longer about the craft. It's all about clout. Comedy used to be about making good comedy on stage. Now it's all about successful podcasts, brand deals, how much money you can make, private jets, playing shows in stadiums, and getting Netflix specials. Comedians are no longer worried about doing good comedy, impressing their fans, or doing a killer set. No, they're worried about wealth, status, and fame. Which brings me to my next point. Comedians are celebrities now, and they're more concerned about being a celebrity than being a comedian. Remember the chef celebrity phase in the 2000s? The same thing is happening for comedians right now. And they think they're above us. They think they're more special than us. In fact, they call us pores. Well, that looks like a way to cause division between comedians and their fan base. And speaking of division, everything in comedy has gotten political. And by political, they're making people choose sides. That's right. Every comedian now is on their podcast selling their political candidate, their political view, or some weird political pundit's book, which just leads to more unfunny. And my final point. Lastly, comedy just isn't funny anymore. When was the last time you actually saw a good comedy special? When was the last time you actually laughed at a comedy special? I bet it's been a long time. And if we're talking about comedy movies, let me remind you of this, and we won't have to talk about it. It seems all this focus on other stuff killed comedy and made everything unfunny. And the only way we're going to turn this around is to stop supporting these buffoons and start making real comedy again. Because in these troubling times, the thing we need to do most is laugh. And these guys aren't doing it for us. Now's the time to stand up and fight for comedy, because comedy is dead. And we need to bring it back to life.
Don't stay.